So you're still stressing over how to jitter click faster even in 2024? Don't worry, I got you. In this video, I'm going to be updating my jitter clicking tutorial and showing you guys the best hand position and secrets to get your jitter clicks to be more consistent. Jitter clicking really doesn't have to be that hard, so if you're still slamming your desk over this method, don't worry, at the end of this video, you'll hopefully be able to get it down perfectly. So to start, I just want to show you guys my hand position and how I hold a mouse and aim when I'm jitter clicking. I feel it's most effective for me to squeeze my index and middle finger together to create enough force and tension between my fingers to get them to vibrate. The whole method of jitter clicking is to tense up your forearm and hand to vibrate your finger enough to create fast clicks. You can kind of think of tensing your fingers as an extra way to add tension. There's obviously a number of ways to grip the mouse when doing this, but if you can still have room to squeeze your fingers in some way, I promise it'll be more effective and comfortable like this. Another thing I'd like to point out about jitter clicking is that, like anything, this takes time and lots of practice to get down. Even I have a hard time jitter clicking fast after taking a long break from doing it, and that has everything to do with the muscle memory. Even if you don't start off that good at jitter clicking fast, I promise it only gets easier the longer you practice it. Now let's get into my most important tip of the video. So something I've noticed for a lot of different models of gaming mice is that the majority of them all have lighter or looser buttons down at the very bottom of the mouse. What I mean by this is that if you were to click normally at the middle surface of the button, you'd have a harder time clicking than if you moved your finger lower at the end of the mouse where the button feels a little lighter to click. Now I show that area that I'm talking about right here. Personally, I use the Rocat Comb Pro, and this mouse has some pretty tactile feeling clicks. But when I move my finger lower at the very tip, it feels a whole lot easier to click fast at the bottom. This is where I would definitely recommend you jitter click. This would not only make coming back to jitter clicking easier, but also allow you to click fast even when you're not intentionally jitter clicking. Now another way you can kind of aid your wrist from doing all the work is by implying a bit of a bobbing motion. This was also something that I mentioned in my previous tutorial, and I still stand by it. Now I'm not saying that you need to bounce your hand up and down dramatically to click fast, but when you run into a time where your jitter clicks experience little spurts of fast clicks and then suddenly pause, this is where I recommend bobbing your hand just slightly to manually create that motion. Lastly, I want to show you guys again how I'm able to grip the mouse and maintain good aim. So I kind of pike my hand to where the tips of my finger are on the button and the back palm of my hand are resting on the back of the mouse. For me, this still creates enough support to where I feel comfortable aiming and moving my mouse. Now you could also keep your pinky on the right side of the mouse and palm it normally like you would, but the only reason I don't do this is because I squeeze my index, middle, and thumb all together to create friction. So that's going to be my whole breakdown on jitter clicking, as well as some tips to improve, in my opinion, on the best grip. I hope you found this helpful, and if you want to improve your other clicking methods like drag clicking, normal clicking, or butterfly clicking, I have a link to all my other tutorials in the description. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.